You were here.
Yes. I want to talk to you first about the rivalry with Texas. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's been a series that's really going back to when West Virginia came in the league in 2012. Our fan base enjoys it. There's been some high points on both sides. So it's a game that we look to continue to perform well in.
Neal, at the end of spring, the quarterback situation kind of unresolved. Has there been any movement on that so far?
Not really. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take it into fall camp, and like I told you guys during fall camp or during spring ball, I think when we know, we're gonna know. It's gonna be clear, and I think that's the way it works in these quarterback competitions. Is you go through, and really, it's not necessarily the coach choosing. It's really one quarterback separating himself from the others.
How has Austin Kendall acclimated himself as a transfer into West Virginia in your program?
It's gone smooth. He came in, again, I've known Austin for a long time. I've known him and his family. We recruited him when I was the offense coordinator at Kentucky. His brother played for us at Kentucky as a freshman receiver, his brother Ryan. And so known the family for a long time. So he came in, it was a positive for us that he was able to come in January. So he's been in our program now for 7 months. He's growing as a leader. I think he's getting more comfortable. He's done a really good job of blending in with his teammates and being one with them. So a lot of credit to him in that regard. And I think he's healthy, maybe for the first time in a while. And I haven't been able to watch him this summer, but I've heard really positive feedback about him and his work ethic.
Coach Riley talked about the whole thing about him being immediately eligible. I think that may be a bad policy for the conference as a whole. It seems like it may be more bad for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Lincoln and known him for a long time. My take on the transfer portal and transfers in general are this: is I'm not in the position right now where we're setting legislation. The transfer portal is here. The rules are clear. And we're going to play by the rules. And I think most schools are going to benefit from the transfers. And then at the same time, you're also going to have some subtractions through the transfer portal. And at the end of the day, it kind of is what it is. So I respect him, but that's kind of what my take on it is.
But as a rule, you think immediate eligibility is fine for everybody?
I don't really have a take on it, honestly. And here's the deal: I just want to know what the rules are, and what the rules are set. Then we're going to play by those rules.
We need to go, Coach. We got you back in 11 o'clock back in the
Here, I'll answer some of these, Mike. They stood in line. Hold on. Well, we got 11.
We have ESPN and Fox, and they need you there.
Okay. Y'all give me like 2 more questions here.
Okay.
Speaking of subtractions,
Alex they tried to call him out. He didn't raise his hand high enough.
you've lost 2 starters since the spring. How much was that on your radar as a possibility, and what are you going to have to look at in August to fill those spots?
Well, didn't necessarily come as a surprise. So we've been planning. I think it does. They're 2 really good football players. Leading returning receiver. And all-conference safety. So I don't necessarily if you go about replacing them, but I do feel good about how our guys have worked, how they've really prepared, and I think we've got some depth and we've got some young guys that are ready to step up and play. All right, last question.
The whole schedule thing, as far as challenging, as far as the schedules you've played in your career, just one of the most challenging, if not the.
Well, we play 11 Power 5s schools, which is different than everybody else, but. I guess 4. I thought it was 3. I thought Boston College, Purdue, and us, but there must be a 4th one there. I knew the schedule when I signed on. Like I said, I think it makes sense for us to play a geographic rival as far as playing 11.
Right.
I wish there was some mandating on scheduling that everybody kind of had the same model, but that's not the world we live in. So we're not gonna complain about it. We're not gonna whine about it. We're gonna go out and play.
Right.
All right, thank y'all.
Stanford.